Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. Today in the arena, I would be doing all of you a disservice if we didn't spend a little time talking about the decks that are doing the absolute best in Standard. And Rakdos mid-range is still that deck. It still hangs around. It still wins a lot of games. It's still very difficult to deal with. It throws in some red cards with the already very powerful mono black cards to improve it, because Fable the Mirror Breaker really improves things. But there is a key pickup, actually two. We got two key pickups. First is Brotherhood's End. Have we finally replaced the Meathook Massacre that was banned? 3 damage to each creature in Planeswalker helps you catch up against soldiers. It also helps clear the small creatures off the battlefield. Why is that so important? Invoke Despair. That's why that's important. Your Invoke Despair will usually make the opponent sack some piddly little unearthed Yoshin soldier something or other, or it'll make them sacrifice some token. But not if you also have Brotherhood's End and you wipe out all those little creatures. Now Invoke Despair might get their Sheldred. And then on the other hand, destroying all artifacts does come up. It's interesting how many artifacts are running around, and there are entire decks built on it. But Brotherhood's End steps up to make sure that those puny artifact decks can't just run you down. Then we've got Phyrexian Fleshgorger. This one has been an absolute all-star. Now, in best of 3, most of the players running this deck are running Graveyard Trespasser, which is still a very, very good card in that grindy meta. But here, it's all about staying alive. It's all about not letting the aggro burn decks and soldier decks win, where Life Link is absolutely crucial and a stabilizing powerful force on its own. So we play the Fleshgorger in the best of 1 version of this deck. Then we move over here to where we're just running a lot of different removal spells to try to have something for everything, with Go for the Throat, Infernal Grasp, Abrade, and Soul Transfer. We have 4 cutdowns because it's probably the best 1 mana spell in the format and essential if you're going to succeed in a soldier meta. Thalia must die after Thalia hits the battlefield, and being on the draw is no excuse. We also have an unlicensed Hearse for those graveyard decks that are lurking, and a Bank Buster because cards are nice. 2 underdogs. I think Underdog Star is fading just a little bit. It's still a very good card, but battlefields definitely contain a lot of creatures, and it's hard to grind people out with an underdog. Fable, no question. Sheldred, no question. Invoke, no question. It's got to be one of the best and strongest decks in Standard. Let's dive in. Let Rakdos nonsense begin. Looks like a great hand to be on the draw against aggro with, so we'll keep it. Hope that we're up against aggro. If not, we'll have time to figure it out. Three-color pile. 3-color pile with a turn to play that held priority. I wonder what that means. Fading Hope? From this Vortex? Maybe. Nothing they're interested in playing here. Twinblade Geist. What held priority that turn? Maybe they're just on full control because they appear to be on a deck that's going to try to protect Twinblade Geist. Let's see if we can kill it. So this is a double striking creature that can become an aura that also gives double strike. Usually this is some kind of a Voltron approach where they try to put a bunch of enchantments on one thing. Removal spells are good against it. All right, that resolved. Let's go for the Fable. That resolves. Yeah, they appear to just be clicking full control, I think. There's a Storm Chaser Drake. Yeah, they're going to be testing our removal and our timing. Go for the Throat. Right, I'm going to discard the Brotherhood's End. I think I'm going to keep the rest. Don't have double red, makes it awkward. All right, send the Gabo. See how the opponent plays it with all this removal in our hand. They don't block. So do we go for a Gorger? No, I think we might actually play it for full price at some point. I think we pass and wait for our opponent to act. We want them to add stuff to the stack first. They cast a combat research. All right, well, I have no intention of letting this hit me now. So let's target it with this on the stack. If they phase it out, it doesn't actually gain the aura. They use slip out the back. March of Swirling Mist, that does phase it out. Yeah, let's fight it again in the future. Right now, it's not going to gain this aura. And that was a good chunk of their turn. We could keep fighting, but if they, you know, save it or just play another creature later, we didn't do too much useful. All right. We get to attack for this treasure and play this Flesh Gorger. And we're at 21, so the opponent will have to do something. We could also just go for the Invoke Despair or the Removal Suite when this comes back in. It's a good question. I think I just go big, to be honest. I think this is the jam, especially when you can copy it with the reflection. Oh yeah. The opponent gets one turn to kind of go nuts here, but I mean, what are they going to do if I get to copy this? And targeting it with March is 7 life. Uh-huh. I mean, go for it. Keep it coming. Now you connive when you hit. You're going to see plenty of cards. But that's not going to be your problem. Your life total's going to fall. And mine's going to climb. Homestead Courage. A little vigilance. And a draw, and a draw. Okay. And connive away a Denic. My turn. So, what do you think of that? Would you call it disparaging? Today's Patreon shout out is a special one. This one goes out to Craig Bieski because it's your birthday. Today's your birthday. Gonna have a good... Don't want to get claimed. You know, I know I'm really good at singing. Don't want to get claimed on YouTube, get demonetized. But very happy birthday, Craig. Thank you for watching daily. And also, I hear that your 5-year-old daughter knows my name. Hi, 5-year-old daughter. That's definitely bringing down the average age demographic. I hope you have a really good one. And of course, as always, you're cool. It's go first. We're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna say that we don't have a 2-drop, but our 3-drops and our 4-drops are about as good as it gets. Mono red? Mono red, maybe? They'll have a problem. Hopefully this cut down can still hit. That +1/+1 counter though. Yep, got me. Gorge 'em? Or play the Fable? Let's play the Fable. We want to make absolutely every effort we can to have the mana we need next turn to start throwing Sheldrids at them. They'll probably kill this goblin. At least that takes a chunk of their turn. Okay, straight into Warfare. Their hand couldn't be much better. Do we block? I think we do. There's Invoke Despair. Now we need the land. This isn't doing it. This is slow. Okay. So, we could play the Gorger. But if we play the Caves, we might Invoke Despair next turn and get rid of the Warfare. Yeah. I think that's the plan. I think that's the plan. Hopefully we get to trade the Feldon for the Gorger. Swifty. Second Warfare is brutal. In that case, we'll trade here. Invoke. That should set them back a bit from their awesomeness. And another worm. They have to ask themselves, do they kill this when they could be doing more to face? And the answer is yes, they do. Okay. The all warfare gang. Let's get the hearse going. Let's get Shieldred going. See how much removal they have for her. Shelly. They are down to just 2 cards. One of them straight off the top. The one thing we know for sure, they're not both mechanized warfare. All right, let's start taking the spells out of here. Draw, gain 2. Sweet. Oh, it's worm time. Rah. Start clocking. Please block and lightning strike. Okay, fine. Don't. That is a big lifelink. Say hello to my little friend. Impulse, it better be good. Festivities, strike. Strike kills the Sheldred or the Gorger. It's one of the things they needed. At this point, you gotta pick the worm, but you take 7, and then I just attack you. Oof, that's mean. That's very mean. Might have been in trouble if not for these caves. I mean, this is getting really close to lethal. Alright, we get us the lightning strike, get the impulse out of there. Untap, draw land. They have to block. They have to block. We can't play this, crew it. There's no window. We have to choose which one to keep. Alright. Rawr. We're going to 1. Let's play another Shieldred as a blocker for the haste. Pass. Ah, they got it. They got it. The hasty creature, but I don't think we block. I think we take it. Because we don't want them to see those cards. This is 1, 2, 3. And land. Got there. Mechanized warfare, lots of them. Pretty scary. Still think it's a little bit of a scam. No red mana, 2 cut downs. It's a weird hand. I'm gonna try it out. I think we'll just draw the red source. I think that's what's gonna happen. I believe. I still believe. Yep, I still believe. I'm losing faith. Opponent kept a hand that did nothing for turn 1 and 2, though. 3 cut downs might be a problem. They're doing nothing. They're doing the nothing again. Okay. This couldn't have gone worse, I don't think. Uh-huh. No kidding. And now I get graveyard trespassed upon? Please no. Please don't do that. Please just power up your... Okay. Okay. Definitely couldn't have gone worse. Couldn't have gone worse. Ah! Risky keeps, bad beats. Alright, I go first with removal and worms, and it'll be great. This will be wonderful. It probably won't cut down on turn 1, so I might as well play a tapped Ridge in case I draw a Harvester. Caves. All right, we'll get the caves down. Start making them discard? Nah. Just gotta counter race them and kill everything around it, right? Maybe I'm supposed to play Bankbuster and hold up a cut down for the Surge Siege? Siege something. Okay, they're a lay down arms type. Good card. There's a veteran. Could have been something I killed. A braid. All right. Well, do it again. Make him stop me. All right, they get their enlistment. We'll take that. We can counterattack and gain life. No big deal. That card's gonna die. Just waiting to see if they had Siege, Veteran, or... You know, you try to get an idea for all the cards that they're going to play against you before you commit your removal. And let's go ahead and drop the Bankbuster. They'll probably play something else I'd like to abrade, but having the Buster down means our next blocker is like 2 blockers. Also, if they Brutal Cathar this and we abrade the Brutal Cathar, it comes back really strong. Okay, it's a baby. Does that mean that they have a Wandering Emperor? Might. It really might, but they could also just played it there, and they didn't. I'm gonna keep trying to attack. Yep, they've got it.
Feel the energy of battle, then guide it like water.
See what we draw. Cut down. Cut down. You know they're going to want to save lands for this. You know they can also instant speed put counters on stuff if I wait. Okay, they let it go. They like their hand. Gonna need an Invoke Despair before things get dicey. Okay. Let's see where they want to put a counter with Wandering Emperor before they go to combat. They're trying to pass to combat first. Yeah. We're not having that. Smart play. Now they know where to put their counter. Oh. Or not? I'm pretty sure I did that before they went to combat and they still could have done this. They just missed. Curse? Alright, too many vehicles. Becoming an issue. Let's go ahead and get rid of that Valiant. Come on. You're pissing me off. All right, Brotherhood's End, please. That was easier than I thought it would be. And each Planeswalker? Very big pog. They'll get some. They'll get one replacement token, right? Ooh. Decimated. And there's a Shelly. I think we'd keep it. Something that can crew a vehicle is worth it. We get their Brutal Cathar, good. Nothing. Another Wandering Emperor, I guess. But let's... I guess we should play around Wandering Emperor. Especially when we have this. Oh, there was no stick. They don't have it. They might have a Ganjo, though. Make them use it. I'm gonna save this for if I draw a blood token. Okay, are you out of gas? Are you done? Are we done? Looks like Sheldred just gets to hang out and try to dominate the game. I think we just chill. Opponent drawing and not doing anything? This is fine. They already showed us Wandering Emperor. It's a recruitment officer. They use their mana though, we're going at them. So I think they're gonna hold back. The bluff worked last time, so they'll try it again. They play out another land. I think if they're playing that land out, does that mean that their last card is a land? I still think there's a chance like it's in a Ganjo or something. Alright, this is the test. Do they activate in response? They sure do. They get a Brutal Cathar. Alright, they don't have enough for the Ganjo, and they're gonna Brutal Cathar Sheldred. So this should do it. Trigger! Death is on the stack. First into Gorger. We got Fable, we got Cut Down. His hand can do it all. Ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Wish these Griffins, though, could keep their wings within, like, the proper pet boundary. Feels like they're pushing it to me. Vroom, vroom. Looking like a make disappear, so we'll go for Gorger. Fable too important to run into make disappear if we're confident our opponent could have it. Disenchant, huh? Take 3. Might be good enough for main decks. Been seeing it lately. No land. Looks weird, but we just say go. Oh, okay, didn't expect that. Still could be a make disappear pile though. And they found their land. Oh, glad we held off. Get out of here. Nobody wants you here. And I do mean nobody. In fact, get all the way out. Nobody wants to see that. Now we can Fable. But it's possible we could have always Fabled. Yet, I think that's okay. We do have a 4/4 potential blocker from the hearse. Although, I would love to get back the Flesh Gorger by casting the Soul Transfer, so I don't really want to exile my Worm, but they don't know that, for sure. Vet, okay. I think I'm going to try to push it. If they want to kill this, okay. I mean, they already showed me, like, disenchant. They've been holding up mana. They kept a 2-lander. They drew 2 lands in a row. So we can guess they don't have anything that they didn't have a turn ago. So we only want to exile 1. I got it's a 3/3. What about it? Soul Partition. Okay. Well, they tapped out. That's awesome. Land off the top. Discard 2 cards. Draw 2. We do want to get an artifact back on the ground, but we can do that with transfer. So we keep this. We keep this. We keep this. I think I just decline. Sheldred's really good. Maybe I don't need 2. Maybe I do. Both of them. And get this down. Both modes feels like cheating, and I love it. What your 1/1's gonna do? They've ripped 3 straight lands. So Thalia was in their hand. What else was sitting in their hand? Still could be a make disappear. We played around it well. Let's kill the Thalia. As much as I'd love to keep that around for the reflection, I think this is just messing with us a little much. I really want to be able to attack with this 2/2. Make the treasure, play the Gorger around a make disappear, make them sacrifice, especially if they double block. If they don't have any tokens, their make disappear can't use the casualty mode, which means it can't counter the Flesh Gorger. Now, if they don't block with their tokens, then I'm really confident they have the make disappear, so we might just play the Hearse, or one of our 2 Sheldreds. Yeah, they take it. They've got a counterspell. Let's get this countered. We're at 15. We're not under enough pressure to panic. Okay, negate. Didn't expect that. Possible I played around it all wrong. Still feels like a make disappear though, because they wouldn't block. Okay. Now if that attacks, they get more soldiers. Could have a giant worm. A 7/5. Complete with the mana to copy it if we throw away our Goblin Shaman. I think we get Sheldred down though. I think that's the ticket, and we pass. A little more conservative. You know they'll try to remove it if they can. And we can block this with 2 tokens. Okay. I mean, are you throwing this away? Yep. Cut down. We have to hold that for any creature that's going to pump all these. They do have the beachhead. If they hit 1 more land, they can pump it with the land. Rah rah. We have the treasures, we have the Flesh Gorger, we have the mana to copy it, and we can hold up the cut down. Down to 5. Can't target it. Okay, they do have the untapped land. They don't attack. It's just a +1/+1. Don't think it'll get him out of this. Roar! Everybody force him to do some blocks. We're gaining a casual 21 life after all. If they pile up on Sheldred, good. I'll just play another. They're not gonna make it. They're not gonna make it. Don't send them to die this way. Oh no, it's a massacre out there. It's a massacre. Somebody should have told him I had another one. All right. One more shot, opponent. What can you do? 41-1. Out of there. Tom the Bomb. Time's up. And we are back for a quick post-game wrap, and the biggest thing for me was I'm not sure if I had enough ways to kill Sheldred, and we could trim back on a braid, we could trim back on a cut down, we could even trim one of our Sheldreds to run more go for the throats to make sure that the opponent's Sheldred is always dead. But for the most part, I found that solving the problem was more possible with Invoke Despair, since we were able to kill smaller creatures with Brotherhood's End. Is there a world where we run more Brotherhood's End? It could definitely be that kind of meta, so keep an eye on that. I wasn't always convinced that 4 Flesh Gorgers was necessary. Maybe 3 is okay. And I like Cut Down exactly the way it is, along with the Hearse and the Buster, and I wouldn't change those things. I think that this deck is definitely a top contender in the meta, an A to S tier deck that can get you to Mythic with a little bit of mastery and willing to adjust the removal slots to match the meta that you see at your respective spots on ladder. So go out there and happy grinding. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. You're cool.